Hello, YouTube. It's been a few days since I've done a video, but I've been drinking, and so I thought I would go ahead and do another video. As you can see, I actually did do a game while I was rearranging the screen. Chess.com is weird. You can only get this view that you see right here while you're playing a game, so I had to play a game in order to like rearrange the video how I wanted it, and I promptly lost the game. So let's go ahead and play another one. Let's see if maybe now that I can actually kind of have some concentration in the game, maybe I can actually do well. So I'm a 1077. This is under my drunk account since I have been drinking. We are playing a 987 player, almost 100 points lower than me. Oh, and he already lost. He aborted the game. So let's try and find a new game now. I hope everybody's been well. I hope it's been a minute. It's been a little bit, but, you know, that's life. All right, so here we are with Speedwell 17. I am white. Again, this is a 982 rated player. I am a whopping 1077. So this hopefully will be a good game, and hopefully I can pull a victory out of this. So let's see. He does this short pawn move. The e7 to e6. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to push up with my e pawn as well and try to take control of this center. So let's see how he responds. I'm guessing. Then that was my guess that he would do the d with the d square. We'll go ahead and defend that pawn there. Again, I always try to push up with the center. I suppose I could have done an e4 to e5 move. Then we kind of would have been even. So he's pinning my knight, which is a response in defense of this pawn here. So if I go ahead, if I push up and he takes, I'll take. No, so he won't do that likely. If I push up, I'm thinking about pushing up here. He'll probably just settle back. And then I'll take. Well, why don't I just take now? Why don't I just take and then he takes? Or maybe he'll take with the queen, which would probably not be a good idea. I'm going to go ahead and take. I'm going to take his pawn. It's a pawn. It's just sitting there. There's no reason not to take it. Joe's in the chat room. He says, "Woo, quick victory." Well, you know, don't count your chickens before they hatch, or whatever that saying is. I did want a chicken coop, so I should know that saying. I mean, I watched probably a good 2 or 3 hours of videos on chicken coops, so I pretty much am an expert at this point. All right, so he go ahead, he recaptures. Thinking about just blocking. It seems really boring. His king is sitting here. I mean, so is mine. His king is just sitting here. I mean, I could be annoying. And I could give him a check. No, not like that. I could give him a check here. He might give a check back, and then we could just trade queens. But if I did that and we did trade queens, he would lose his check. No, he wouldn't. He could take with his horse. So maybe instead, I'll just go ahead and block. I'll go ahead and block, maybe with preparing to do a queenside castle here. It would be great. Joe says it would be great if he took his queen. I don't know how that works. I don't know if that's possible. It might be possible. All right, so he went ahead. He took my castle. I'll go ahead and recapture with the bishop. I do have a check. I do have a check here, but there's not much there. He would just respond with his pawn, and I can't take the pawn. So, I do want a castle. I want a castle soon. I feel I am much closer to castle. All right, maybe not anymore. He's got this kingside castle here. I want to get my queen out of the way. Maybe actually go ahead and pin his knight. And that way I'll be good for a queenside castle. So let's go ahead and do that. Should have checked with the white bishop, Joe says. I don't think that checking with the white bishop would have gotten me much. I mean, again, all he would have done was just brought his pawn down, and then I would have had to retreat my bishop. Well, I couldn't retreat it there, but I would have had to retreat my bishop here or here. Well, I couldn't retreat it there. I'd have to retreat it maybe there. All right, so he does what I thought. He castles. I'll go ahead and do the same. I like queenside castles, mainly because usually the pawn that's guarding the castle itself is usually at this point somewhere else, if not captured. So I do like that. All right, so he's got something planned. He's trying to do some kind of exposed. So if he moves his knight here, for example, suddenly his rook is threatening my knight and then forcing me to move my knight. So how can I respond? This green square here, this dark square is in front of him. I'm thinking maybe just moving my queen here, eventually there. And if I can somehow get this guy off this square, threatening that, that would be a checkmate. So let's go ahead and get that process started. It's going to be a long process, but let's go ahead and do it. This also opens up an attack on this pawn if I can get some kind of defender, although I don't know where. But my development is lacking. My development, these two guys still here, they're not in good positions. That's definitely lacking in development, but still, we're the 9th move in the game. It's good. We got plenty of time to make progress and do stuff. So this is Speedwell 17 over 982. He is also from America, just like me. 2 Americans battling it out in a war of chess. All right, so here he goes attacking my pawn. The pawn's pretty well defended, though. I'm not too worried about it. It's defended by the bishop and the rook. What can we do here? We could pin. And then if he pushes up, I just take. He takes. No. No, but again, I just said my development's lacking. So let me go ahead and get my... Well, actually, the pin would help my development. So my options are for with this bishop. I'm going to move this bishop. It's either going to be this square or this square. I'm thinking probably the d3 square. I could actually move the bishop here, move my queen over here, threaten not checkmate, but some trouble. So let's go ahead and do that. His development's looking okay. He might bring this bishop out. He should probably get this bishop off the back rank somehow. I need to be careful because I just thought, okay, well, I'll bring my queen over here and then push up here. But if I bring my queen to this square here, then he'll just take. So I need to be very cognizant of that. All right, so he brings his queen. He's developing his queen, brings her to d6. I really would like to get my queen on this square, or somehow threatening h7. Not sure I see a way. I can't put her here. I can't put her here. All right. So if I can't do that plan, what does he have in mind? He can't move his queen. Connected rooks are always good. I learned that probably too late in my chess learning, but connected rooks are always a good idea. All right, that seems like a good move. Because if I take, he'll just recapture. But I might be good with that trade. Let's look. If I don't take, what is he going to do? Probably take this unguarded pawn here. I could guard the pawn by moving my king over, but then he just might move his... No, he wouldn't move his queen there. That's for sure. Yeah, actually, I think I might move my king over. guard this pawn. Because I don't know if I want to do this trade right now. I don't know if I want to do this. I want to keep my bishop, and plus I still have big plans for this bishop here. So I think I'll go ahead and move my king over. Joe says, is the stream offline? It's back. I don't know. Was it offline? I don't know. What else do I have? I could do a pawn here. No, actually, he's got this diagonal pretty much under control. All right, so let's see. What did he do? He took my bishop. I really have no choice but to respond. I really liked that bishop. I'm going to miss that bishop dearly. I'm thinking I'm going to recapture with my queen. I want to keep my rooks connected. And I guess eventually, so if I do move my queen over, if I move my queen here, I'll be threatening this pawn. Can I get, how hard would it be? Let's see, how hard would it be to get this knight? Man, that's like 3 moves. That's a very slow moving piece. Let's just go ahead and capture with the queen anyway. Speedwell 17 is playing well, at least compared to me right now. I mean, but then again, it's not like I'm playing well, so. All right, he comes out threatening my pawn. I take, he takes. It's just a simple pawn trade. What if I don't take? What happens if I don't take? Worst case scenario, he takes and then I take. It doesn't look terrible. I know he really wants to get over here. He really wants to get here. He wants to get onto this file. Onto this file. Queen to b5. This rook is actually undefended. And actually, that's checkmate. If I get my queen here, that's checkmate. I think. Yeah, no, that's checkmate. So how does he respond? Okay, this looks good for me. I go here, he responds with bishop. I take this pawn. What else could he respond with? I go here, he could respond with the queen. And then I could do a queen trade. Let's see how he responds. Let's see what happens. Then again, this is a player that's rated 982. He may not see it. He may not see that. He may not see this threatened checkmate. So, I mean, I might miss it, honestly. I don't know that I'd see it. If he does see it, so again, let's say the queen goes here. I don't know. I maybe just move my queen back. All right, so he blocks with the knight, which I'm not so sure about. So my knight down here is unguarded. I could go ahead and guard it just by moving my rook over. I kind of want to move this rook instead of my D rook. My bishop is very weak. My bishop really isn't doing much of anything. I could capture. I could take his pawn. So let's see. I take his pawn. He's going to have to move his queen. He might just go ahead and double up on my knight here if I do that. I'll worry about that if I have to worry about that. I'm going to go ahead and capture this pawn. Threaten his queen and see what happens. If I could somehow maneuver my queen to threaten the G square, that's a pretty good threat as well. Because my bishop is really eyeing that square. All right, so he did exactly what I thought, which was doubling up the pressure on this knight. So the knight, I could just move the knight. So let's say I move the knight here. What's he going to do? Bring his queen in, then I take, and then he comes down to take, and I take. He's not going to do that. I could just move the knight. I could move the knight here. He takes. Then I take with the bishop. And at that point, his queen is pretty much trapped on this file. Because if he moves his queen, then I just come in for the kill. Let's do that. We're going to do the knight to d4. I think that's the move. So if he takes, I'll take. But I don't know if he's going to take, actually. I don't think he will. Because, okay, so he does. I take. I should have thought about that. I did that just thinking. I didn't even think. I'm a little worried. Joe's being a dick, saying, I need to watch my time. No, I don't. All right, so I'm going to win this pawn, I think. All right, if I take this pawn, what does he have in mind? Does he have anything in mind? He might not. I suppose if I do take the pawn, that it eliminates the threat of check. Well, no, the threat of checkmate's already eliminated since he moved his bishop, so I'll take the pawn. And no, I do not need to watch my time. My time is fine. My time is perfect. I've got tons of time left. 18 minutes. I watch all these chess people. They play these videos. They make these videos and they play 5-minute games, 2-minute games, 3-minute games. I don't know how they do it. I can't do it. I can't even do a 30-minute game. That stresses me. All right, what's he got? He's probably threatening this, maybe queen to here. I'm thinking. Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. I'm thinking I might bring my rook here, threaten his queen. So let's see what happens. I bring my rook here. He moves his queen to safety. Let's assume he moves it to a square that I can't touch. And that doesn't threaten me, like maybe this one, which is actually a very dangerous square because he would be threatening not checkmate, but it would be a very annoying and bad move for me. But let's say he does do that. So I move my rook here. He moves here. I take, which is check. He takes. No, it doesn't get me anything. It gets me nothing. All right, let's look at other alternatives. I could come down and threaten his bishop. Where is he going to put that bishop? Here, somewhere along there maybe. I'm still thinking about this move. I'm still thinking about threatening his queen. But again, his queen moves here, threatening my c2 pawn. What then? Yeah, that's a very strong square. And I kind of wish I could guard it, but I don't know that I can. I could be really annoying and just start pushing my pawn up. What if I pushed up with my pawn, with my b pawn, b2 to b3? Then he'll definitely retreat the pawn. He won't go there. He may threaten my queen, which is a legit move, or he may go to d7, which is a legit move. If he does threaten my queen, then I have c4 or b4 as an option. I don't like b4 though, because then my queen is pretty confined. All right, I am spending a lot of time with this move. I think I'm going to do this pawn move. I like the pawn move the best. Let's do that. All right, so he's threatening my queen. So we go to c4, just like I thought, like I had planned. I just want to try and cover my bases, though. All right. What are my other options? I could go to a6. If I go to a6, that's not a good option. No, let's go to c4. I think c4 is the way to go here. And that's just an annoying move. I'm thinking queen to c3 with eventually bishop to g7, just to get rid of this pawn. And then at that point, I can move my queen over to g3. And then maybe there might be something interesting opening up with that. Let's go ahead and do that. So now I'm supporting this bishop, putting a lot of pressure on his g7. All right, so he's ignoring the pressure I'm putting on. I'm going to go ahead and, well, okay, let's be careful about this. I go here, take this pawn. He responds by taking that. I move over, then he checks me. I don't want to take yet. I could push up. I could push up with this bishop. I mean, this pawn. Let's do that. Let's push up. So the best he can do is come to a3, and then I still have this pawn under attack here. I like that. I like that a lot. I don't know. I think development is pretty even. I may have a slight advantage. I don't have any double pawns. I don't have any passed pawns. I still am a little unclear as to what passed pawns are. I don't think I have any. Maybe this guy is a passed pawn right here. This b4 pawn is a passed pawn. All right, that's a good move. He's really putting the pressure down on my king. Let's go ahead and do this move. We're going to go ahead and do bishop to g7. Eventually moving my queen, and then moving the bishop. Actually, if I can execute this plan, I can move my bishop here, move my queen here, move the bishop back to e5, threatening this rook. All right, let's see what I can do with that. All right, so he has to know at this point that I have a plan. There's no question that I have a plan. Now, if I do move my queen here, he has this rook to b4, which is check. I move my king to c1. I don't know. His queen looks really weak right now, actually. So where did he? That rook was supporting his queen, but now she looks really weak. Okay, so he's threatening my queen. I'll go ahead and do my plan. Ah, shit! Why didn't I just take the pawn? Fuck! Why didn't I just take the pawn? I'm a fucking idiot. Fuck! God damn it! God damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Why didn't I take that pawn? The pawn was sitting there! Oh, Jesus Christ! God! I might be able to win this rook, though. Bishop to h6, check. You'll have to go to f7. I push my queen down here. That's check. He moves there. I push down again. That's check. He has to move up, and then I capture this rook. So I'm pretty sure I've got that rook. But God damn it, that pawn. Look at this. Look, what did I do? He moved this pawn. Okay. Oh, duh, just take it, duh. All I had to do was take it, and then I'm guarding this pawn right here. What an idiot. What an idiot. Oh, Jesus. What does Joe say? Joe says, why wouldn't he take your bishop? Oh, the king would be in check. Yes, the king would be in check, which is my plan right now. Now, I need to be careful. He's putting a lot of pressure. Now, I would like him to mess up and just go to h8 because then that's just checkmate. But, okay, that's a move too. Do I want to... I think I do want to trade queens. If I take his queen, he obviously responds by taking my queen. I take this pawn. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to trade queens. So then I'll take his pawn. Material is... Oh, I'm up an entire piece. What piece am I up? Oh, I'm just up a bunch of pawns. All right, so he's doubling up on my rook, which is actually pretty dangerous because if he moves here, I move there, he takes my rook. So I need to get my king out of the way to prepare for that, which I guess is just this. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pawns to his 3 pawns. I've got twice as many pawns as he does, which is not a bad thing, which is not a bad position to be in. I should start pushing up those pawns, namely probably this double C pawn here. If I move this guy up, what would he do? He probably would bring a rook down to defend. Oh, okay. He wants to be a dick. All right. Thinking about E3. We have different color pawns. I have my dark squared. He has his light squared. And I know that there's lots of theory with like when you have the same color, or I said pawn. When you have the same colored bishop, and then when you have different colored bishop. All right. Pretty much the only move here, I think. I'm actually thinking about C3, but then he brings his... No, that wouldn't do any good. But he might bring his rook here to B4. Let's just go ahead and do that. And then probably my rook here to E1. Double up on this bishop. Speedwell 17's doing, putting up a challenge, which isn't that difficult with me, but that's cool. That's cool. This pawn's 3 moves away from a queen. Actually, this pawn is 3 moves away from checkmate. All right, so he takes my G pawn. And I'll just stick to my plan of doubling up. Light squared bishop, trying to keep things on dark squares. So now I push up, he takes, I take. That's checkmate, actually. I think the move here is pawn f2 to f3. Even if he does take, I can still recapture. Then no, he wouldn't do that. I think this is the move. So he takes. Now, do I want to take his rook? I do want to take his rook. If I take his rook and then he recaptures, then I get the bishop. Yeah. And so if he recaptures, I take the bishop, and I'm up a bishop still. I need to activate this bishop. So actually, this rook is just kind of stuck. This rook has to stay on this rank, because if it doesn't, I've got checkmate right here. So I'm going to start being annoying. I would imagine rook to c8. But even if he does rook to c8, I'm still going to push up. Because again, if he leaves this rank, I've got checkmate. Okay, there's that as well. I can threaten his rook. He moves here. What if I go ahead and threaten the rook with this? No, there's got to be a better play. There's got to be a better play. Let's see what happens. No. I'm thinking about bishop to g5 with eventually rook to e7. Let's do that. He may move his, no, he wouldn't move his rook there. I would just take it. I'm expecting rook to c8 any minute now. Okay, so he sees my plan, but I think if I just take, he takes, I push up, king here. King cannot go there actually because I'm guarding it. So that's actually a good plan. So let's go through that again to make sure. I take, he takes, I push up, king has no way to get to this pawn. So that's the plan. Yeah, his king cannot capture that pawn in time because I'm guarding this square right here. Oh, shit. The king can go there. All right. Let's go ahead and guard that pawn. He'll probably push down. And then we're going to start pushing up with my c pawn. He comes down. All right. No, I want to guard it. Let him come down. That's fine. Let him come down. That might have been a blunder. The move there might have been to take that pawn. I don't know. I like these end games. usually pretty okay at these end games. So I move my pawn here. He'll move his pawn there. I'll take. Then I'm still guarding this square here. Or let's see. Let's think about this a different way. What if I leave this guy alone? I push up. He comes down. I push up again. He takes. He won't be able to take. Because if he takes, then I'll just queen. I like that. I'm going to push up. So if I push up again, he'll probably go here. All right, I'm going to activate my king. Eventually just take this pawn. He'll come down. I'll take. Oh no, this might be a problem. Oh no, it's not. Because I'll just take this. Fuck! Stalemate! Ah! Oh, I saw that at the last second. As soon as I let my hand, as soon as I let my finger off of the mouse button, I was like, no wait, stalemate! Oh! 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 God damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! What was the move there? What was the move here? If I take, he pushes. I push up, and then he has a queen. Crap! No! God damn it. Oh! Oh, and he got the points of the stalemate since I was higher rated. Oh, God. All right, let's review that game. Can I retry mistakes on this poor man's account? Let's see. Oh. Why is it a stalemate? So, Joe, it's a stalemate. Let's go back really quick. It's a stalemate because he has no valid moves. There's no move he can make. He can't go here. Okay, so if we look at this, the only piece he can move, he can't move either pawn. The only piece he can move is his king. He can't go here, he can't go here, he can't go here, he can't go here because all those moves are check. So that's a stalemate. I made a move and he has no legal move, which means it's a stalemate, which sucks. So it's very un-American because in America that would be a victory. All right. So let's retry our mistakes. What would be the move here? The computer says I made a mistake. Rambling Canuck. Hello. Hello, Rambling Canuck. That should be a checkmate by default, Bird of Prey says. I don't disagree. But hundreds and hundreds of years of chess rules do disagree with us both. So I suppose they trump in this case. Trump. Get it? They trump. All right, what's the move here? So what move did I do? I moved my king here in order to guard the A2 pawn. The computer says that was a mistake. All right. All right. Was the move maybe to move the pawn up? Maybe. If I move the pawn up, he goes here, and then I go there, and then he just takes that. No, that's not it. That can't be it. Is it to move my king? Let's get a hint. I do love hints. The hint is simply to take. There you go. But then he recaptures. But I guess if the queen recaptures my bishop, the queen is here with really no support. I mean, his bishop is not really in any position to support the queen. So, all right, I guess that makes sense. And I remember I did discuss taking. But decided against it. So I suppose I should have just stuck with my gut. All right, so what did I do in this position? Here, I moved my queen up to d4 to threaten, and this is where he recaptured and then I took. The computer says that was a mistake. What is the move? I mean, maybe this annoying move? Because that still does threaten his queen, but doesn't put my knight in any danger. Is that it? Yeah, that was it. Look at that. I am such a great player after the fact. I am so good with hindsight. It's amazing. Now this was the move I was like, oh, I had literally 3 different ways to capture that pawn, and I didn't capture it. So what is the best way to capture the pawn? I'm thinking maybe the bishop is the best way, because then that exposes his king to check. Let's go with that. Bishop. Boom. Perfect. Look at that. Look how good a player I am once I lose. All right. What did I don't even remember what I did here. Oh, I think I brought the... Oh, I did something. Yeah, I went here. You know what the move is? The move is bringing this bishop back here. I bet that's it. Because then he's in check, and boom, I win a rook. That has to be it. No, that wasn't it. I mean, the computer says it's a good move, but that's not the perfect move. Well, what is the perfect move? Is it just capturing the pawn? Nope, that's not it either. Let's get a hint. What's the hint? All right, give me a hint. All right, did I lose my hint? Guess I lost my hint. What's the answer? What? That's the move? Bringing my bishop to d4? Why would that be the move? I don't understand that one. Bringing my bishop to d4. He has check. I move my queen. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that is a great move. Well, I would argue that it's still this. All right, so I bring the bishop here. He goes there. I move my queen up, and then I win this rook. So, all right. Yeah, that's a good move. All right, so he moved his queen here. I captured his queen. I traded queens at this point. The computer says no. You're a fucking idiot for trading queens. What is the move? Is it to take this pawn? Maybe. Well, no, it can't be to take the pawn because the bishop is unguarded at this point. I bet it's this. To threaten this rook here. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. All right, no, why can't I get a hint? I guess I had no choice with the view to answer. All right, so the answer is to capture that pawn. I don't understand that, but okay. We're not going to explore it. Okay, this was when I moved my pawn up. I bet the computer says the answer was just to capture the rook. I bet that's it. Perfect, yep. And then he takes, and then I take, and then I'm not sure what, but okay. Here, maybe I should have gone up, and he takes. Now, I'm not sure what the move here is. I bet that's it. Queen. Nope. Computer says that's a good move, but not the move. The hint is to move my king. And I'm going to guess it's here. Yes, because that starts to activate the king. Lastly, I moved here. This was when I made... Was this when I made the blunder? No. This was when I moved my king up. The computer says there's a better move. Probably this. Or this. I'm going to guess the bishop. Moving the bishop. Nope, that's a blunder. What's the hint? Okay, so the computer says the correct move was to move this bishop. Here? Nope. All right, just give me the answer. I'm done. There? So he takes... Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that. I don't get that at all. All right, well, whatever. So my opponent had a... Wow. Oh, wait. Was that my accuracy? Wait, who's who? Was I white? I was white. So my accuracy was 74.2% compared to his 43.9%, and we still got a stalemate. What a joke. All right, everybody. So I'm going to go. And that was a good game. It was fun. And I'll see everybody next time. So thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.